Hi Kim, thank you so much for coming and giving your time to us. It is very important for us here because we give platform to millions of people inside Burma, inside Myanmar. So giving us the time meant a lot to us.
Thank you, Jackie. It's wonderful to be able to take this opportunity to be able to communicate with those in Burma.
And also I hope that we can reach out to many people inside the country and hopefully the rest of the world to hear what we like want to say about our country, Myanmar. My first question I would like to start is that immediately after the military coup in February 2021, your mother, our leader, the Aung San Suu Kyi, was arrested, and along with all the political leaders being arrested. Since then, now, I would like you to share your experience and your thought on the military junta action and then situation.
Since my mother's arrest and subsequent internment, I have not been granted any contact with her and have not been informed about her whereabouts or the conditions under which she has been kept. Any requests I have made, whether via the British Foreign Office or directly to the Burmese Embassy in London, have been met with no response whatsoever. Her arrest was completely illegal and all charges are fraudulent. During the trial, she was denied appropriate consultation with her lawyers and denied the right to an impartial tribunal. Her trials violate the most fundamental rules governing any legal procedure. Unfortunately, this story is common to so many in Burma today.
Yes, thank you for sharing that with us because in Burma, all this atrocity since the coup, that as I mentioned, over 22,000 people being arrested, and which which in 600 over 600 are children, and then also 1.7 million people internally displaced, and 17.6 million, that is like a third of the population, is being urgent need of care and aid. And still military junta is carrying out the airstrike and torching villages and all this repeatedly committing war crime and a crime against humanity towards our people in Myanmar. And my question is that what must international governments to do to stop all these brutal acts?
Well, firstly, I would appeal to all governments to start applying meaningful pressure on the military junta to stop its brutal and inhuman treatment of its people. In particular, I would ask the British government, who, with many other countries, regard Burma as a pariah state, to withdraw all diplomats and citizens and to enter into open and frank dialogue with the NUG.
So your point of view of the NUG as a um, national unity government, that's something that people supported and should lead, and international community should support that government.
Yes, it is my belief that they should.
Thank you. Recent political transformation in Thailand, do you think there is now an opportunity for ASEAN to apply meaningful pressure?
Yes, I do. If regional stability is of any importance to the members of ASEAN and they want a neighbour they are able to freely trade with, then I hope they see the sense of the reinstatement of a democratically elected government in Burma.
Do you have a plan to visit your mother on her release?
Yes, absolutely. I look forward to being able to visit Burma again when it is stable and to be able to take my children there with me as well. My son visited when he was too young to remember, and my daughter has never had the opportunity. So it would be wonderful to be able to take them there.
Just a curiosity, as a son, seeing that what your mother is going through, sometimes do you have like wonders of wanted to like wish to say to your mother, stop and retire from the politics?
No, I have never had any wish for her to retire from politics. I think my family has already committed so much to the cause of Burma. If she pulled out now, I wouldn't be happy with her.
Thank you, Kim, for sharing your thought with us today. Before we end, is there anything else you would like to add?
Yes, well, firstly, to the Burmese military, I would appeal to them to release my mother and all political prisoners and to commit to a ceasefire whilst opening negotiations to hand power back to the democratically elected government. I would also like to say that whilst my mother's image has been tarnished in the international media since the persecution of the Rohingya by the military, it is my hope that people around the world are aware that she is, as yet, the only person since my grandfather to make any real advances in uniting the many factions in what is a very delicate and convoluted situation. Furthermore, the military should realise that the first step towards achieving a stable and peaceful country is to release my mother. Clearly, there are many bridges to be crossed before Burma can advance and become a functioning part of the global community, not least the historic rift between Burmans and other ethnicities. Even when a democratic government has been restored, there will be a long road to mend the hurts caused through discrimination and prejudice. However, there is increasing evidence that we can all work together, as evidenced on a daily basis with displaced people from different ethnicities, helping each other in whatever ways they can, all the time. Also, with the recent devastation caused by Cyclone Mocha, now it is of greater urgency that humanitarian aid is allowed to actually reach those that need it. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you very much, Kim.